What do when you haven't been reading? You go to the library, get a bunch of books. Hey guys, Girl About Library, and I am here with a library book haul. I have 5 books here that I have been waiting on and I'm super excited to read. It is the middle of the month. It is almost the middle of the month. It's what, June 14th? This video is probably going to be a mess because I am so hot. I don't know if you can tell how shiny I am, but it says it's 89. The heat index has to be, yeah, feels like 102.
Like, no.
UV index 11. Is that out of 10? Because it feels like it's an 11 out of 10. It is miserable. So I'm gonna go through the books that I got at the library. Like I said, there are 5 books here and I'm in various stages of reading all of them. So the first one is Big Little Lies, and I actually finished this book earlier in the month. I wanted to get the physical edition from the library because my loan on the audiobook expired, and there were some quotes and just like moments from the book that I wanted to go back and revisit, and I didn't have time to do that in the audiobook. I loved Big Little Lies. I will definitely be doing a 60-second book review for this one because it is such a good book, and it's so much more than what I expected it to be. I thought it would be much lighter and fluffier and just kind of like a guilty pleasure type read than it actually ended up being for me. And that is always a huge treat when a book can be both a guilty pleasure but also smart and quick. And I was just so impressed, like the issues it delved into, and really I had no idea what this book was going to be about. I had just seen it through the previews on HBO for the miniseries that they did, and I am super impressed by this one, and I'll definitely be checking out more of her books because I just really enjoyed her writing style, and overall this was a good eat. Number 2 is Kristen Hanna, The Nightingale. I picked this up because it has been recommended to me
a bajillion times.
And I'm about halfway through this book. I had the ebook version from the library, and then the loan went up on that, so I picked up the physical copy. And I don't know about this one. I don't think I'm loving this as much as other people seem to be, which is a bummer. The writing style is a little bit simplistic, I guess, and I don't know. I'm not loving this one as much as I hoped I would, but maybe the last half of the book will pick up and it'll get better. Number 3 is Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon McGuire. Oh gosh, the sun just came out, so everything's like super brown. That'll be fun. Yeah, this is a book that I feel like I've seen all over BookTube and Instagram. It's beautiful, which is a good reason for it to be all over Instagram, but I feel like people must really like this. This is a short book. Like, it is only 173 pages. Well, no, that's about the author. I don't read that. That doesn't count. 169 pages. So I can read this in like a day easily. It says that it is Girl Interrupted meets Grimm's Fairy Tale. And I only got a chapter into Girl Interrupted before I got bored, so we'll see. I think this is YA and it's fantasy, which is kind of a rough patch for me, but as you'll see from another book in here, I'm trying really hard to like it. And so I'm just kind of reading broadly like YA fantasy, and this is a really popular choice for that. I'm not 100% sure what this is about, but I think children disappear, there's a school involved, we'll see. Number 4 is Bird Box. I have seen this book everywhere lately, and I don't think it's a new release, but like it just kind of has resurged, and I see this book, and this book is recommended all the time. I know April over at Getting Picky With It has definitely recommended it to me before, and so I'm doing it. I'm taking the plunge. Sounds terrifying. The first paragraph on like the inside flap says,
"Something terrifying that must not be seen. One glimpse and a person is driven to deadly violence. No one knows what it is or where it came from."
Here's the thing. If I were to just walk by a book like this, I would never pick it up. I'm not super into fantasy, which I will talk about in a second, because the book that I have down here is like high fantasy AF.
Like, it is as high as a fantasy can go.
And I have a hard time suspending disbelief. But I think the writing in this one is supposed to be so strong and compelling that it definitely pulls you into the story. And as long as I get pulled into the story, I can suspend disbelief for pretty much anything. So I'm really excited to start this one. Okay, and last but not least, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. 112 pages into this bad boy, and well, I don't even really know where to start as far as how I have a sticky note that I'm working on as far as what I'm thinking. And I think the struggle that I have with books like this, because I try to read other YA fantasy books, and maybe you guys can help me think of a way to overcome this problem, but I just feel like I can suspend disbelief for a couple of things. You know, like give me one or two things that I have to just accept as being, and I can do it. But I feel like this book is it's asking too much of me. It's asking me to suspend disbelief for something new, like every couple of pages. Like the thing that, here's the other thing. Sometimes when I'm reading books like this, I feel like I missed a day in school. You know when you were sick in like 3rd or 4th grade and somehow that was like the day you learned multiplication, or like the day everyone figured out how to tell time and you missed that day? How it's that feeling of just like, how does everyone understand this and I am just not getting it? And I think it's called like an info dump, or it's that feeling of just like, how do you guys already know about all of these like fantasy structures and I just don't? But reading this, I feel like I need like a cringy meter or like a suspension of disbelief meter, because it goes up and down, but it just feels like it's being pushed like too far sometimes. And the writing overall, I wouldn't say has bothered me very much in this one, but it's just, I don't know. Sometimes FOMO will lead you to do silly things, and this might be that, but we'll see. If you have read this, which like 99% of you have, if you've read this and you really enjoyed it, if you can give me any tips below on how you, especially if you usually read adult fiction or nonfiction, how do you go to a place where this kind of stuff doesn't make you feel cringy or doesn't make you feel like you're kind of being pushed to suspend disbelief in ways that maybe you're not comfortable with or like you don't enjoy as a reader? I need help. I need help. So that is my most recent library book haul. I think I want to do a video on like how I manage my library wait list, because I have a system down, y'all, and it is clutch. Before I go though, I just wanted to take a quick minute to thank you guys so much for watching these videos and for subscribing. I think I'm a little bit over 200 subscribers right now, which is insane to me. And even more than that, like video views, I think I'm around like 3K. I know a lot of YouTubers tend to focus on like the number of subscribers that they have, but for me, like video views is also kind of a huge deal. One of the things that I think is really cool about BookTube and Bookstagram is that people who don't necessarily seek out that content, like aren't readers by nature, might stumble upon some of this and be intrigued. And so I wouldn't necessarily expect someone like that to subscribe to a channel about books, but I just love the idea of someone watching one of my videos who maybe hasn't picked up a book in a long time or isn't an active reader, and hearing about a book or hearing about this community and deciding that they want to pick up books again and give it a shot. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you are interested in watching more bookish videos, don't forget to subscribe.